Welcome back to Shady Joe's. Today we are doing the exhaust, among other things, but this video will be just about the exhaust. Alright, some of you may have caught a peek of this. So this is obviously not a Kia header. This is a Mazda header. So it took a little finagling. It was pretty close. So we took the Kia exhaust manifold gasket and we kind of lined it up. You want to line it up with the center stud, and then you're going to have to waller out some of these other ones. So what I recommend is get that centered, get it to where everything else is proportionate. Grab your little clamp and just clamp the gasket on there. Then you can kind of mark around where you need it to go. So you can also notice that I also open up the ports a little bit around here, just because they're off just a little bit. But now we're in better shape. This is going to work just fine. So I didn't show any of that working up. That's something you're going to have to feel comfortable with doing. So it's close enough that it's not gonna, it's not gonna leak because it's gonna seal. It's not sticking out that far, and there's still enough room to bolt it on. Okay. Pretty sure this was a turbo manifold. I don't remember at this point. But another hurdle we have to go through is this is where our exhaust is going to go. So we're going to mount this to here, and then our exhaust is going to bolt on like that. So one problem we're going to have is these are threaded and this is threaded, so it's not going to just go on there. So I'm going to drill these out. That way this will just slide through it after we got it together. So I picked a bit that's bigger than the stud. Maybe not quite big enough, but anyways, that's what we're going to do with that. Okay, so we got our drill bit in. Got it centered to the hole. So now we're just going to drill that up. And then make sure these fit. I'll be back. Alright, check it out. So we have it, our holes drilled out a little bit. Got them mounted up. So what I test fitted yesterday, 245s is going to work real nice. So what I need to do is I really want this end up here. That's obviously too big, so I'm going to cut it, but I need to make sure, and I'm pretty sure that when I cut this, there's still plenty of room here. So let's go mount this back on the engine, and then we're going to take this with us and see if it's going to work. Okay, so we got our header on. We got our first down pipe to the elbow down there. So we got it coming down here. And our first straight piece. So I'm going to attach here. So I had to put that at an angle a little bit so we can kind of come around here. To come around the torsion bar mount adjuster. So we're going to cut it back here. And I want to take this and I'm going to cut out like a, I don't know, 30 degree or something, just to straighten it back up again. So let's get that cut and we'll see where we're at. Alright, we got our downpipe all welded up. Got the old muffler out, what was left of it. So this will be downpipe. I got the header mounted, tightened up. I had to wait until I could tack these studs in because they didn't stop screwing in. You'd think they would, but when you got to that flat part they just kept going in, so I just put a couple tacks on them. And so I think for this next part I'm going to clamp it on. I think this is all that's going to be welded together. I do have in the truck, there's a hanger that's going to go right here. It's a perfect spot. So all this came out pretty good. I have our bung for O2 sensor welded in. And, yeah, looks good. You can see we had to make a quick zigzag right there to get it where we need it to go. Alright, so I'm going to get this hung up there and call this part done. Day 2 on the exhaust. So we already got it from the engine, past the transmission, and now we're going to do our muffler placement. So we're going to do right here. So let's go around where we can see it better. So we're going to send one up, and then we're going to 90 again and send it that way. So now what we have to figure out is where everything needs to go. Noisy boogers. Alright. Looks like we're going to cut this pipe back here. And these two now I'm obviously going to have to angle them to make them connect. So I really need to find a common place where I want to cut it here and here. So we have the second part of our tailpipe done, fully welded, and we're just going to do a turn down because we don't know the final suspension on this truck. It may not go any lower, but if it does, the exhaust is ready for it. So here's the S-bin that I was showing you earlier inside the truck. I've already test fit everything. So before I welded it, I put 2 tacks right here. I put it in the muffler, put it on the pipe, and everything was beautiful. So I welded that up, and then I put it in the muffler and welded that all up where that needs to go. And this is just a straight piece of pipe, so luckily we can just throw that in there. And then our turn down right here, just turn down. This is actually the top of a U. I had to cut the top of a U for the other zigzag in the truck. So, okay, let's get it in. Okay, I just welded this, so it's gonna be hot. I'm usually pretty good about burning myself right after welding something. I don't know why. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes. Well. Alright. Let's look from back there. It's pretty good up here. Muffler's nice and solid. So we got our turn down. Got our muffler. Got our first S. Got plenty of clearance. Go down to our next hanger, our next S, or as I keep calling it, the zigzag. Clearance there. And obviously we have our clamp here. So this exhaust is literally in 2 pieces, the front half and the second half. There it is, exhaust is done. Want to hear it? Me too. That'll be another day. I want to thank you guys for watching another series with me. It's coming to the end soon. The only thing left really is the fuel system. Got to put a tank in, the fluids in it, oil, transmission fluid, and power steering fluid, all that good stuff, antifreeze. And then we'll be ready for our first start. Most of the fuel system's already done. I literally just have to put the new fuel tank in. Oops. Make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I do post some progress pictures along the way before a video comes out, in case you want to kind of see where I'm at with projects. Unfortunately, with this one, I've had 3 projects going on at the same time while I was waiting for parts to come in and really just for it to warm up a little bit. Winter's gone in Florida. I know it's still February, but it's hot out here. So weather's better to work in, and so I'll be out here more often. Thanks again. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Look out for the next updates. We still have other projects going on too. We've got a big project coming up on the OBS Chevy soon. Probably not going to make some people happy about it, but fortunately it's got to be done. So yeah, thanks for watching.